Hey everyone, and welcome to the wonders of the United Kingdom. Ready to explore? I'm so excited to be your guide. We're going on a super fun adventure through England, Scotland, Wales, all the best spots. Think rolling hills, cute villages, and historical places that'll make you say, wow. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see a corgi or two. I love those little dogs, so grab your snacks. I recommend a biscuit and get ready for some serious travel fun. We're diving into the heart of the UK, and you won't want to miss a thing. Let's go! First stop, London. You can't visit the UK and not see the city the Queen calls home. London is full of excitement, history, and great shopping. But first, Big Ben. It's so famous. Imagine a clock so big and cool that people travel from everywhere just to take a picture with it. That's what I call famous. And right next door is the Houses of Parliament. This is where important people make decisions and create laws. Sometimes they even yell, "Order! Order!" It's like a TV show, but with less shouting probably. So enjoy how grand it is, take some pictures, and imagine what it's like to listen in on those debates. I bet it's better than reality TV. Now, I know what you're thinking. London's cool, but what about the unusual secret spots? Don't worry, I've got you covered. London is full of surprises, like secret gardens and cozy pubs with lots of stories. One of my favorite things to do is just wander around. Get lost in the cute neighborhoods, visit an old bookstore, or find a hidden market. You never know what you'll discover. Speaking of treasures, have you heard of Borough Market? It's a food lover's dream. Fresh fruits, fancy cheeses, yummy street food. I could spend hours there trying everything. So, while the famous places are great, don't be afraid to explore the less-known parts of London. You won't regret it. Next, we're going north to Edinburgh, Scotland. Get ready for beautiful views, friendly people, and maybe even a kilt or two. And those Scottish accents, love them. Edinburgh is like something from a fairy tale. Seriously, with its castle on a hill, cobblestone streets, and cute pubs, it's perfect. And speaking of that castle, Edinburgh Castle is a must-see. It's like traveling back in time. You can almost hear the sounds of swords and cannons as you explore. Plus, the views are amazing. So wear comfy shoes, grab a map, or use your phone, and get ready to fall in love with Edinburgh. Now, Edinburgh isn't just about history and castles. It's also known for being spooky. Edinburgh is supposed to be one of the most haunted cities. Don't worry, we'll bring our ghost hunting gear. If you're brave, you can take a ghost tour through the underground vaults. They say the vaults are haunted, so watch out for spooky shadows and weird noises. But don't let the ghosts scare you. Edinburgh has a fun arts and culture scene too. Check out the Royal Mile, a busy street with shops, restaurants, and street performers. So whether you like history, ghosts, or just having fun, Edinburgh has it all. Stonehenge! Can you believe these huge rocks have been sitting in a field for ever? We're talking thousands of years. I love a good mystery, and Stonehenge is full of them. How did those rocks get there? What were they used for? Was it aliens? Okay, probably not aliens, but it's fun to think about. Historians think Stonehenge was used for lots of things. Religious ceremonies, looking at the stars, maybe even a giant sundial. Or maybe it was an early concert venue. Can you imagine the bands that could have played there? Whatever it was for, Stonehenge is amazing. Just imagine all the history those stones have seen. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ellen, those stones look pointy. And you're right, don't climb on Stonehenge. It's old. We have to be respectful. Plus, I'm sure those stones have seen enough craziness over the years. Instead of climbing, why not have a picnic in the fields nearby? You can enjoy the sun, the views, and maybe even some ancient energy. Don't forget sunscreen, and if you see any ghosts, tell them Ellen says hi. Actually, maybe just wave. You never know how a ghost will react to a famous person. Okay, when you hear Bath, you probably think of baths. And you'd be right. This cute city has the ancient Roman baths, some of the best preserved Roman ruins in the world. I'm talking real Roman plumbing. It's amazing what they could build without smartphones. Now I know you're thinking, Ellen, can we swim in those baths? The answer is, kind of. You can't swim in the original Roman baths. Rules, you know. But there's a modern spa next door with the same special water. So treat yourself to a spa day. Imagine soaking in the same water as Roman emperors. Although, knowing me, I'd end up in the gladiator locker room. Has anyone seen my toga? Bath isn't just about ancient history and relaxing. It also has a fun modern side, with great shopping, yummy restaurants, and beautiful buildings. Have you ever seen prettier buildings? Bath is famous for its honey-colored Georgian architecture, and it's even more stunning in person. I'm talking picture-perfect streets and elegant squares. And the shopping? Amazing! From unique little stores to fancy designer shops, Bath has it all. Pack an extra suitcase. Oh, and the food. Bath is a food lover's paradise. So go ahead, treat yourself. You're on vacation. Get ready to be amazed. We're going to one of the most beautiful places, the Lake District. This part of England is famous for its stunning lakes, hills, and cute villages. And trust me, the pictures don't do it justice. We're talking unbelievably beautiful. And the best part? You don't have to be a hiker to enjoy it. You can take a walk by the lake, go on a boat tour, or just relax and enjoy the view. Of course, if you like adventure, there are lots of hiking trails. Just wear comfy shoes. You'll want to see everything. The Lake District isn't just about nature. It also has lots of history and culture. Famous poets and writers like William Wordsworth and Beatrix Potter loved this place. You can even visit Wordsworth's house, Dove Cottage, which is now a museum. And if you love Peter Rabbit, you can visit the world of Beatrix Potter. And speaking of cute animals, don't forget the sheep. The Lake District has tons of sheep, and they're super cute. Just don't get too close. So, whether you want adventure, relaxation, or a little of both, the Lake District has it all. It's the perfect place to escape and enjoy nature. Plus, you might get some great Instagram photos. Next, we're off to York. York is a place full of history. I mean, they've been around since the Romans, which is a long time ago. But the best part is York Minster. This cathedral is amazing. It's like they put every piece of Gothic architecture in one place. And it works. The stained glass is so beautiful you'll want to stare at it for hours. And speaking of staring, you could get lost looking at all the little details. It's got gargoyles, arches, and spires that go way up high. Even the Queen would be impressed. And she's seen a lot of castles. Now, if you want some charm and maybe a souvenir or two, check out the Shambles. This street is like stepping back in time. It's narrow and winding, with cute little shops that look super old. They say the Shambles used to be a street of butchers, but now you'll find gifts and local treats. And those treats are good. Yorkshire pudding, scones with clotted cream, everything. It's enough to make you want to move there. But the best part is the atmosphere. It's so peaceful and quaint. Just watch out for those cobblestones. They can be tricky in heels. Next stop, Cambridge. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cambridge? Isn't that where all the smart people are? You're right. This place is full of knowledge and history, but you don't have to be a genius to enjoy it. We're talking about the University of Cambridge, one of the oldest and most famous universities in the world. I mean, Isaac Newton, Stephen Hawking, Charles Darwin, they all went there. And the buildings, they're like something from a storybook with grand courtyards and beautiful gardens. You can just imagine all those smart people thinking big thoughts. Or maybe they're just looking for coffee. Either way, it's pretty cool. You can't come to Cambridge without punting on the River Cam. Punting is like standing on a flat boat and using a long pole to move along the river. Sounds easy, right? It's harder than it looks, but it's fun. Plus, it's the perfect way to see the city. Just try not to fall in. As you go down the river, you'll see all these amazing colleges and bridges. It's like a floating history lesson. And if you're lucky, you might see some students in their special gowns. Just don't ask them to explain their schoolwork. You'll be there all day. Get ready to say Croeso as we head to Wales, to the city of Cardiff. Cardiff is full of surprises. It's modern, but it's also full of history and legends. And nothing says legend like a castle. Cardiff Castle is amazing. It has Roman ruins, a Victorian mansion, and even a World War II shelter. Talk about a lot of history. You could spend all day there. But the best part are the fairy tale towers. They look like they're from a Disney movie. You can imagine Rapunzel letting down her hair, or maybe it was Sleeping Beauty. It's magical. But Cardiff isn't just about the past. This city is also looking to the future, especially in Cardiff Bay. What was once a busy port is now a fun waterfront area. Trendy restaurants, entertainment, and even a futuristic opera house. It's the perfect place to eat, see a show, or just walk around. And if you're feeling brave, try some water sports. Just don't blame me if you get wet. The best part about Cardiff Bay is how it mixes old and new. You've got historic docks next to modern buildings and art. It shows how the city can change while still remembering its history. Plus, it's just really pretty. Next, we're going to Belfast, the capital of Northern Ireland. It's full of history, culture, and friendly people. I hear they have a great sense of humor. I bet they do a great Irish jig too. Belfast has been through a lot, but it's a vibrant city with so much to offer. You can't go to Belfast without visiting the Titanic Museum. Remember that movie? Celine Dion? So sad. This museum is built where the Titanic was built. You can walk the decks, learn about the ship, and see what life was like for the passengers. It's really cool. And Belfast also has the world's largest dry dock. It's called the Thompson Dock, and it's huge, big enough to fit the Titanic. It's amazing to think about how they built it. Okay, Belfast is known for the Titanic, but there's more to see. Have you heard of Giant's Causeway? It's a natural wonder with thousands of hexagonal basalt columns. Legend says a giant built it. I don't know about the giant, but it's amazing. It's like a movie set. You can walk along the coast and enjoy the beauty. And who knows? Maybe you'll even see a leprechaun. Just kidding. Or am I? Speaking of legends, Belfast also has the legend of the Salmon of Knowledge. They say this magic salmon swam in the River Boyne, and if you ate it, you'd know everything. I'm not saying you should go fishing for magic salmon, but it's a fun story, right? So whether you like history, nature, or just a fun city, Belfast has it all. And if you see a giant or a magic salmon, tell them Ellen sent you. Okay, picture this. Rolling hills, cute villages, honey-colored cottages, and beautiful gardens. It's not a dream, it's the Cotswolds. This part of England is like a storybook. It's where you want to wear a fancy hat and have a picnic. If you need a break, the Cotswolds is perfect. You can explore old villages, go to cozy pubs, and enjoy the peace and quiet. And it's close to London. I love the architecture in the Cotswolds. Those honey-colored cottages are so cute. They're like something out of a fairy tale. And the gardens are full of flowers. And if you love food, you're in luck. The Cotswolds has amazing restaurants. Fresh, local food, fancy cheeses, and great lamb. Save room for dessert. The sticky toffee pudding is delicious. Now I know what you're thinking. The Cotswolds is nice, but what is there to do? Lots. You can visit charming villages. There's Bybury with its famous Arlington Row, a row of old cottages. Then there's Bourton-on-the-Water, called the Venice of the Cotswolds because of its pretty bridges. There's even a tiny model of the village. If you like history, visit Sudeley Castle. And for garden lovers, Hidcote Manor Garden is a must-see. But honestly, one of the best things to do in the Cotswolds is just relax. Go for a hike, have a picnic, ride a bike, or read a book. It's the perfect place to escape. That's it for our tour of the United Kingdom. We've explored cities, ruins, villages, and beautiful nature. We've had a great adventure. From London to the Cotswolds, the UK has something for everyone. I hope you enjoyed this virtual vacation. And if you plan a trip to the UK, bring your sense of adventure, your appetite, and maybe a raincoat. You never know about the British weather. Visit CountryDiscover.com for more travel tips. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel adventures. Until next time, happy travels everyone. Cheers!